and then open up chat. Can I just be honest? I still think stories on Twitch were a whack idea.
Twitch has stories?
Yeah. People can upload like little stories. It's like a picture or like a clip or something like that. And I guess they're like 24 hours like other like Instagram or Snapchat or whatever. But I think it's kind of dumb.
What the hell? People don't go to Twitch for that.
Yeah, like it definitely seems like the kind of thing that it's like. I could see it maybe working if you're already there and you're like, oh, here's a funny clip that looks interesting from the thumbnail, and maybe it's gonna get somebody to watch. But I don't see it working in any other way. Like I don't think anybody's gonna go on there just to look at it. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I don't know, but very strange. Okay, so when last we were here, we got let's see, we got a ghost ending, and we got just like a really nice lady ending, I think.
Is that what happened? What happened?
I know, I remember the ghost one for sure. I just don't remember because that was the second one, and it was way more impactful. The first one I remember less.
The first one? The first one it was Sarab and the Gallant or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I'm remembering them by echoes. The third voice that we get. Because there's the narrator, and then there's the hero, and then there's the third voice.
Yeah, and there was one that was like Love Struck.
Yeah, we had Love Struck, we had The Cold Assassin, and I think we might have only had the two.
I think we've only had the two. And the first one, we were love struck, so we like let her go, I think, and then we walked out, and we were like, "Oh, cool, we're done." And then we walked out, and then the spirit was like, "Oh, I shall take her from you." And then the second time we tried to kill her, so the second time we killed her right away, doing the opposite of what we done. And then when we came back for the second round of that section, she was a ghost, and we let her into us, and then we killed ourselves with her in us.
Right. I'm also remembering that she changed, like the first time. Did you remember that? Like the first time she was all scared and timid and malleable mentally, and the second time she was a fucking bitch.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. So I'm interested to see, because I think there's like a bajillion different versions. So, and luckily from what Elise told us, it doesn't let you do the same thing twice exactly. So we shouldn't have too many problems running into, repeats, I don't think. So that's good at least.
I guess this is the first time I'll say this. Hooray for railroading? ?
I know, yeah. Normally I don't really like that too much, but when there's like so many options, like when it's infinite, I think it's better for sure.
Alright.
So I guess we'll see where it takes us.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, so this is our first, so it always gives us 2 runs before it gives something like major. And this is our first run, so it's just us and the narrator. There's no second voice.
There's the hero.
What?
The hero was also here. He just didn't pop up.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant, was the hero and the narrator. I don't think any of these are new questions.
No, but I think they influenced the princess's behavior.
You think so?
Because the last time, we didn't answer any of them. We didn't proc the hero or anything. We just silently moved the cabin.
Oh.
And then the princess was just angry.
That's true. It also probably doesn't help, too, that we also picked up the knife. That was the first time we'd picked up the knife already.
Mm-hmm. So I think I want to ask a question and then pick up the knife.
Okay.
Maybe.
Which one do you want?
Killing the princess seems kind of bad,
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Damn.
Can't someone else do this? I think I
You're
want
the
to.
only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
I want to pull off the reluctant to kill. It's not because it's a princess. It's just because killing is icky.
Yeah.
You know.
No, that makes sense. I think that's an interesting way to go at it. So,
Forget it. I'm not doing this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
Well, wait, have you considered that? Wait, I'm okay with the world ending? Was that there before?
maybe it seems kind of familiar. I know we did that one at the beginning, but I don't remember.
Yeah, let's go down that route.
This one?
I'm okay with the world ending. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Yeah, okay. I guess we just... Okay, fine.
Good. As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all be smooth sailing.
Okay.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
I wonder if this, like, worn down path is purely from us being, like, trudging here over and over again.
Oh, that'd be fucking cool.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I think this run I'm on the narrator side of killing a princess isn't that much worse than a fisherman or a seamstress. I just don't want to kill anyone, you know?
That's fair.
Yeah, that is it. A princess is the same as anybody. Her life isn't worth more. It's just that
The
all life is
interior of
worth
the
something.
cabin is almost entirely bare.
Yeah.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So, take the blade?
If we're reluctant to kill, do we take the blade?
Yeah, I don't know.
Does our pacifist run not focused on romancing the princess? Probably doesn't take the blade, right?
Okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We can do another round where we're reluctant and also still take the blade if you want, if it'll let us.
Yeah. Yeah.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's
Okay, so
hypnotizing.
maybe...
It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Okay, so we talked. And we also didn't take the blade. And we did both of those things the first time when the princess was timid.
Yeah.
Don't let it fool you.
We should have
It's
taken the
all
blade.
part of the manipulation.
Yeah,
I mean-
You're playing a
definitive
dangerous
answer.
game by coming
I think we
back.
still could get some different stuff by depending on what we talk to her about.
Yeah. Continue down the stairs. Don't say anything to her.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I think we talked first last time.
We talked first, yeah. Let's examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
I'm getting close. I can't kill her without getting closer.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Whoever
They
left
would
the
have
sister way down here.
left the key to
You.
her chain
Even you.
somewhere in the
You're
cabin.
talking to yourself. You're talking about yourself in the third person. That's weird. Normal people don't talk about themselves in the third person, you know.
True that. Should we go back upstairs?
Yes, because the last time we did this, she chewed her
I was gonna
wrist off.
say.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement,
Oh.
but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
I
You hear
remember
the
this
click of
happening
a
last
lock
time.
sliding into place.
Yeah, but it happened
Someone else
after she
here.
chewed her arm off. Try the door, I guess.
You try.
Does
the
that
door.
get us a knife?
It's locked from the
I don't
outside.
think so.
Yeah, return to the bottom of the stairs. Talking
You
isn't
make
gonna
your
do
way to
anything.
the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Eh?
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
God damn it.
hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips
What
her
happened to
flesh from her
railroading?
bone, a sound
Yeah,
comes from
I'm
behind
wondering
you,
if.
the clang of bouncing metal.
Oh, no. Okay, this is where the difference comes in. Because last time we didn't take the blade and immediately used
Oh!
You're not sure how
There
it made
you
its way
go.
down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Or
sense.
we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
it. Slay the princess.
I was gonna say, so since we saved her already, I think.
Without
Oh,
hesitation,
damn.
you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Finish the job.
Yeah.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out
Oh,
of
wait,
here
wait,
alive.
wait, wait, wait,
You
wait,
can
hold on.
still make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
What?
Don't look nice. Don't look nice. They, she just gave. They just gave us 3 options, right?
Yeah.
Are we able to get this far? And all 3 of those options leads us to a different outcome?
It's possible. That seems like the best way to do it, because it seems like at the beginning there's limited options, so it seems like you're going to have to get most of the way down a path before differences start to appear, possibly, so we can remember this and try it again.
Yeah, maybe.
Excuse me? What is about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The 2 of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons, and then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Ta-da! The witch.
The witch. She was gonna be some
You're
form
on
of
a
monster, I
path
knew it.
in the woods. You're here to...
Okay, she's going to kill me again.
Yeah, she's gonna kill me again. Yes.
Yeah, I just want to look at the others real fast. I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her.
Wait, turn around and what?
Turn around and leave. We haven't ever done that. I think we should save that for a first round, because that's available in the first round.
Okay.
I think we should try that in a first round next time, or something like
We'll
that.
try the next time. Then she's gonna kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even
I've died
met the
5 times so
princess,
far.
and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm
Opportunist.
not sure we can trust him.
Oh shit. We're a
You know I can
conniving
hear you, right?
schemer, we are.
It's going to be
Yep.
a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Proceed to the cabin.
Okay.
A warning before you go any further.
Oh? I don't know if we've gotten this before.
She will lie, she will cheat,
Oh,
Yes,
never mind.
she
Yes,
will
we
do
have.
everything
Okay.
in her power to stop you from
It just
slaying
caught me off
her.
guard. I was like, what?
Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
What's the mirror gonna look like this time?
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted
Oh.
roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happens to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Look at the
Don't
mirror.
acknowledge the mirror.
Don't acknowledge it this time?
He never says it. It's always the same thing. There is no mirror. You're fucking hallucinating. We go to touch the mirror. It's fucking gone.
Okay.
It's always the same.
Totally fine. So are we taking
Just-
the blade or are we just going in?
Yeah, we'll just take the blade.
Okay.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Into the basement.
Enter the basement. She fucking disappeared when we opened the door.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
This might be my favorite of the cabins so far. This is a cool design.
I like the castle a lot, but this is cool too, yeah.
Yeah, the castle is also very cool.
The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Nasty?
Is that what you want?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems
No.
friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you
This
want to
is
hear
the
what
same
everyone
guy.
has to say? Or do you
Yeah.
just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
What if we
That's
came there
unfair.
with What would you say
How would
then?
she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her.
Compromise ends
You're
with
just going to
everyone
make things
unhappy.
more difficult than they have to be.
Well,
Everyone being
I
unhappy.
just remember you having a tongue.
Everyone being unhappy, what?
Did I say? Everyone being unhappy means everyone's gonna end up dead. That's what compromise is.
Yeah. Sorry about last time. I made a mistake. Don't worry, the blade isn't for you. I've got the sense you're not happy with me. You scared me, okay? It scared me when you started gnawing off your arm. We both died last time. Can't bygones be bygones. I died last time. You didn't. If anyone here shouldn't be trusted, it's you. Look, I know things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here? I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's a broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill. Give her the blade. I don't trust you, not enough to free you, and definitely not enough to get close to you. I'm leaving by. I like to be straightforward with my intentions. I didn't care for how you treated me last time, and I think you might be a danger to the world. I'm going to attack you now.
Okay, so we're the opportunists, right? Right now?
Yeah.
That's what we are?
Uh-huh. Hi, J-Rain! Welcome in! Did you know it was actually a magic mirror on the wall originally, but since they couldn't use that in Shrek, they did mirror on the wall. Oh! I didn't know that. Is that like a copyrighted phrase? That's so interesting. Very fascinating. I learned something today. Sorry, what were you saying?
I couldn't use that in fucking mouse. Goddamn mouse. What was I saying? We're the opportunists. We should do something opportunistic and not give away our advantage by giving her the blade, right?
Yeah.
That's easily the most interesting one here, so I'm torn on what to do.
Yeah, we can always try another cycle and try to get back here and see what it does.
Maybe, yeah, sure.
I forgot also, it's not lit up right now, but there's also a skip button down here. So, I can also, if we get to a point where we're retrying...
That's just dialogue skip.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
It's an every visual.
Yeah, but I didn't realize it was here. I forgot about it. So since this is so repetitive, if we're wanting to do something similar like this, or we're just going to do the same thing over and over again, we could just skip so we don't have to, it'll take less time.
We both died. Bygones be bygones.
Yeah, we can do that if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were the one who stabbed me in the back when I was still in chains. A dirty little thing like you doesn't get to decide when all is fair.
Should I do it? You scared me?
Yeah, you scared me, I guess.
Oh, nope. Did that... Oh, that one's gone now, I think.
Is it?
Yeah. Look, I made a mistake. Or I'm sorry about last time.
Sure.
Yeah?
Why don't you take it? I don't know.
Ooh,
I don't know what
smart.
to do.
Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
The only mistake I ever made was thinking you would help me. And I'm not going to make the same mistake twice.
Well, that leaves us at a stalemate.
But unfortunately, I need you if I'm ever going to leave this place.
Then let's... I guess we get for the blade. It's easily the most interesting option.
Okay, yeah, if you want.
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us?
This is not a democracy. I'm in control of this body, goddammit.
As do I.
For real.
I, abstain? You abstain? She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
Literally.
This isn't a democracy!
So, I didn't realize you were on the writing team for this game. So you want to do that then?
Yeah, the game called me out. I have to. I have to.
Fair
You're
enough.
going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor, and the chains fall from the princess's wrist. She could have
She was
gotten
free
out of those the whole
anyway!
time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now. Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count. She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
You're in your fucking colon 3 face, Captain.
Yeah. It's up to you. I gave you the blade. We're both scared and we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. I want to actually save you, and this feels like the only way to do it. If you're like someone I know, you're probably going to kill me or remain silent.
We're both scared and both hurting.
Okay.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
And then she buries the
Oh,
blade
well.
in your heart. What? No, come on, that's not right. I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, we've never had a chapter 3 before.
Options matter in the second chapter? Oh shit.
You're on a path
Dang.
in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us. I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it. Yeah, we know.
Still wanted
You
about
already
the
got
same.
your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument. Oh, you're far from being on the
Oh,
right
this
side of
guy.
anything.
God damn it!
You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future.
I wasn't in love with her. I was not in love with her. I disagree with this.
I like it. Tell me more. Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper. I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to? Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love. She hates us. Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death. There might just be a kernel of affection in that angry, angry heart. As ridiculous as this guy is, maybe he has a point. I don't know if I necessarily buy into his whole love journey thing, but maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change, so maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom. Oh, are you now? Great, so you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
This place is different. It keeps changing. We're going to free her. We're even now. I'm sure she understands that, but we can see what she has to say for herself when we get to the cabin. I hope you don't think I'm planning on freeing her after she stabbed me in the heart. Screw the cabin. What happens if we just leave? You sure seem to be taking the whole looping thing in stride. No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. Or, yeah.
You said we take this whole looping thing, that's right.
Oh, there it is.
What do you want me to say? It's bad that you've been here before. It's bad for you, it's bad for me, and it's especially bad for the world. The more times you run through this, the more likely it is that you'll fail. You've already failed twice. So you knew this could happen. Theoretically, sure, I knew this could happen, but I was supposed to be the first. I'd really rather not get into it. I don't care about where we came from, and I don't care to discuss the theory of anything. I yearn only to bring her freedom. I'm here
Maybe
to
if we have
feel,
the cold with
not
us.
to think.
Maybe if we have the cold with us, and maybe there's other voices that we haven't. The opportunist is new. Maybe there are other new voices.
Yeah.
Right? But maybe if we have the cold and someone else, we can pry the truth out of the narrator.
Maybe, yeah.
Is that? Oh shit! Wait, but how do we get the cold in here without pissing the princess off royally? You know?
Yeah. I don't know. It'll take some experimenting, but I think that's possible. I mean, we already gotten more than what we've gotten in the past, so...
Then we can all move
We
on
had a whole chapter 3.
and forget what I said about failure. It's important that you believe in yourself, and the fact you're here probably means that you still have a chance to pull this off and save the world. My world, at least. It sounds like you've probably doomed a couple of others already. I need to stop talking. Think happy thoughts.
Let him stop talking. Just go on. Forward march, etc.
Do we want to, let's see this through, proceed to the cabin, or silently proceed to the cabin?
All our answers are in the cabin.
Okay.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. You know what you have to do. The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We've already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers. Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem
What was that?
unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
Is this because we ignored the mirror last time?
It could be. Okay. I don't know, it could be. It's like forcing itself in front of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess there won't be a chapter 4. Like, just the first... the only thing I see is a mirror, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, why didn't you mention the mirror? I didn't mention a mirror because there isn't a mirror. But he says there isn't one. That's got to count for something, right? Either way, I say we take a look. It feels like it's been forever since we've actually seen ourselves. For all we know, our feathers are all out of place. And that's why we haven't yet won her heart.
Oh yeah, you don't remember...
Best face forward.
We had theorized that he was like a bird or a lizard person because he has a claw. Like, even this little, like, cursor.
What cursor? What?
This, can you see this little cursor in front of the mirror?
Takes care of
No.
his appearance.
Oh. Our cursor's like a claw. Like a hand with a claw.
So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror? I promise you there isn't a mirror, and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned-out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. Do you really not see it? You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features. You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you? That can't be good. As if things weren't unpredictable enough. Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us. You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished.
Yeah.
Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? We kill each other and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I want to figure out a way out of here for good. I don't know what I want. I want to free you, I mean it. I just want to talk, really, or proceed.
I never really chose to come in.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles. The space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Yeah, I'm here to laugh. I'm not here to laugh, I'm here to free you. I can cut you free, but you'll have to give me the blade. Just reach for the blade. You're in a prison of your own making. Turn and leave. I guess I don't have anything left to say. Turn and leave. Fine, if you're going to be like that, I'm going to leave. Turn and leave.
I don't think turning and leave. I think turning and leaving is a bad idea.
Yeah, I think so too.
But also, there isn't a door to lock, so if we did leave, he can't stop us.
Unless
but the princess can stop us. The thorns are gonna...
Oh, is she? Do you think she's controlling the thorns?
I think, like, subconsciously. This is a metaphor. Hostile vegetation preventing us from getting close to her.
Well, that's fair. That makes sense.
So if we try to leave, the thorns will just close up.
Yeah. So do we want to, I'm not here to laugh, or I can get you free, but you have to give me the blade?
Yeah, I'm not here to laugh, I suppose.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
You're not the only one who yearns for freedom and mistrapped as you are. Is there anything I could say to change your mind? And then all the old stuff. That one?
Yeah, I'm as trapped as you are.
Okay.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Is there nothing I can say to change your mind?
Yeah.
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
Then maybe it's past time for either of us to say anything. All that counts as action.
She's gonna stab us again, but yeah, go for it.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. She trusts us! She trusts us! Doesn't that set your heart aflutter? Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her. We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him. I see that the lines have been drawn. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
That last option is very funny.
I think we say that for
Another.
I think we're still in the serious phase where we genuinely try to help the whoever.
Yeah.
And eventually we reach a nihilism stage where we're just fucking around to fuck around.
Yeah.
And when we start fucking around to fuck around, we'll do that.
Okay.
But for now, I guess we just cut her free.
Okay.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her. You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion. That's right, what he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her. And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero.
That would
That
suck
would
very bad.
As a player.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody.
Oh, God damn it.
Don't test
I've been
him.
on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends.
Oh.
Do not kiss her.
I just really hate
I
the
just
people.
really hate the people who put us here now.
Okay, same thought process.
Me too.
She smiles, her hand slipping into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs.
You should have kissed her, you fool. It was the perfect moment.
Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out.
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade.
Jeremy said I zoned out and heard kiss her now, and I am so confused. Yeah, took a twist there.
Cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
What does this represent now?
Yeah, I know. I am so confused.
Just step into the thorns. I'm afraid of what happens if you cut them.
Yeah.
As
Oh,
you
okay.
step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me?
I know that the world ends.
What did the
and I know
world
what
ever
makes
do
it.
to you to deserve this?
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn an innocent like her to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better.
You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made...
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
What happened to your face?
Hands clasped.
Work through
the
some
two of
issues
you
and learn to
open
trust
the
again.
door
Achievement.
and step out into a new
Huh.
day. You irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now? Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared this is the end for you, but not for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me, we've been here before, and you always get scared or approach the mirror.
Just approach the mirror. Her choices don't matter once she's gone, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right? If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
Voices feel small, distant as you approach. Oh, we've withered!
Nice.
Find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Oh, I think this is a new one. It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make it worse?
Yeah, that's good.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. No, not really. Excuse me. I have no opinion. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate you. And I hate it. I think I hate you.
It seems so distant, I suppose.
Yeah.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Okay, and then...
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Interesting. I'm gonna ask what do you think of this vessel, because I'm always curious to hear what she says.
Mm-hmm.
This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Interesting.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Damn, that's some deep shit. Did we ask, do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
I think she didn't care about them. I don't remember.
That sounds right, okay. Have we asked this one before?
No, that's new.
Okay, I'm gonna ask it.
If you need time, then I will wait with you.
Oh, okay. Continue to wait forever, or there is no waiting forever.
Infinity is just a step away from -0, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what we choose.
Yeah. Okay, anything else?
I'm ready to go back.
Okay.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Yay! Bring the thorn to her.
You're on a path
Okay.
in the woods.
I'm gonna...
And at the end of that path, you're here to...
What are we doing this time?
Talking, just... Let's go to the cabin and then not grab the blade.
Okay. And then...
Straight there, no blade.
Oh, wait, what did you say?
Yeah, straight there, no dialogue, no blade. See what that does to us.
Okay.
You make your way up the short path. The interior of the cabin is almost entire. The door to the basement creaks open.
Just continue not talking, or...
Yeah, you're not
Good.
talking.
You're still listening to reason. It would...
Oh no, we've been here before.
Oh, now it's forcing
I guess-
us to talk.
Now it's forcing us to talk. Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, because we looked at the chains last time, didn't we? He's not letting us anymore?
Did we? Oh, is this new?
That is new.
Okay.
What the hell? I can't trust you. That's also new.
Okay.
Does that require the thorn, or does that require more loops?
Yeah, that's true.
Are we becoming more jaded?
Yeah, it could be. It could be like a reflection on. I don't know. I'm inclined to say this one, and maybe we could come back and do this one later.
Sure.
Okay.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Forced to make a choice.
Okay, so retrieve the blade, examine the chains, or lock her in the basement.
Lock her in the basement.
I was gonna say, that seems like
fence
the
sitter, let's
newest.
go. The fence sitter way is the way to
I
get
know you think
a
this
new
is
voice.
some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
No door slam.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
No, we're sticking to the... Oh, that's a relief. I was afraid I'd already committed to not slay. Sticking to the plan.
Yeah, stick to the plan.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Where'd the blade go?
Okay. We can make this work.
Don't like that.
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself?
Did she go ghost mode again?
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
I'm not gonna lie, this door slamming SFX is like fucking creepy. I don't know what it is. I don't like it.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Threaten me all you want, all it does is ease my guilty conscience, so it was just an act. Ignore her and go to sleep.
Ignore her and go to sleep.
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Then why am I still alive?
Yeah. Also, what was the point of the table then if the door opens inward?
Yeah, that's also weird.
Unless it can go either way, depending on which way she wanted it to or something. I don't know. We've shown that she has some, like, weird belief powers, so... Oh, Jesus.
That awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
Whose side are you on?
Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The nightmare. Ooh.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Okay, what we say this time?
Proceed to the cabin.
Okay.
Don't say
A warning
voice.
before you go any further.
Yeah.
She will lie.
I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. She was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
It doesn't matter.
Oh.
Don't trust anyone.
The paranoid sounds like the narrator, only with the stick up his butt.
Yeah.
The interior of the cabin is
Oh,
plain.
I hate
The
that.
smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. Hold on. What happened to the door?
Yo, look at the fucking windows.
Spoopy.
That's crazy.
I think
It's
that's
just
the
an empty
paranoid's
frame.
influence.
Yeah, that's true. That would make sense.
She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Okay, are we taking the blade or are we just going in?
Just go in.
Okay.
Oh, we should have taken the knife. I don't think going down there unarmed is going to do us any favours.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back. She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
I'm gonna talk to her. We don't need a plan, or just step off the void, or continue. Oh, step off the void between the stairs, or continue down the stairs.
Do it!
instead.
Yes! Just step off the void. Yes, do it. Yes. Step off.
You attempt to step off the
Oh.
stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force.
Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
If it lets us do it again.
No, say nothing, or I don't know. Falling into a void seemed better than going downstairs and dying.
I'm just scared, I guess.
How would falling into an infinite void be better than anything? You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could
Oh
be
my
anywhere,
God.
and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
Are you okay?
She's punishing us for being a fence sitter. I hate it.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Go left, go right, do nothing.
Nothing.
Do nothing?
Do nothing.
You decide it's
Fuck
best
you. I'm gonna
to
fence
do
it
nothing.
even harder. I'm gonna fence it even harder, and you can't fucking stop me.
Yeah.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
Why does she look like a baby doll head?
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb.
Oh, she's got like a mask on.
Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins
Jesus.
to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. You sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver,
The Paranoid is my favorite thus far.
Yeah.
Again,
Well, no,
your eyes
the whole
shoot
is my
open as you
favorite.
gasp
The
for
Paranoid
breath.
is...
Paranoid's also very good though.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you
He's
look
still going in the
ridiculous.
background. That's so good.
Yeah.
She isn't attacking us. The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. The way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is, because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you?
Okay, why would you finish me off? What good am I to you alive? What happened after you killed me last time? I was saying you're just out here and destroying the world. You're a lunatic. If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation? How about I just kill you instead? We don't have to be enemies. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to try and kill you. Remain with your nightmare. Let's get out of here. Okay, fine, you'll win. I'll leave or run.
Remain... I want to fence it as
I
hard
was
as
gonna say,
can.
this seems the most fenced city, but I wanted to check.
Yes.
Poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, A million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Let me out.
Is this like every single version of the princess, like, coming back to hate us for every time we didn't save her?
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment, gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out!
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out!
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out!
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
You can't keep going? Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Another chapter 3! Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. The moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the... Shit! What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
I think we were trying to save the world. You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you? I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left.
We have to let her out.
No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything. No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever.
Yes!
I think.
It's me.
Oh!
Feeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling.
Is this like every
There's so
voice?
much fear everywhere. There's nothing for us to do.
Oh
We've
my
never
god.
tried
All these voices that we
everything.
haven't discovered yet.
We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us?
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love.
Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
I think they're all wrong. That's a good question. How many times have you all been here? Have you all been here? What if we don't go to the cabin? Can you make sense of them? I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. Proceed to the cabin. The only way out is to do nothing, so nothing I will do.
The only way...
Man, they're really letting us fence it.
Nothing is what I will do.
You do
The stubborn wins.
nothing. You can't just do nothing. You have to do something. That's a new one. Huh. Do you think it'll work?
No. Nothing ever works.
Boo! You're the worst one.
He's not the one who got us into this mess. At least I keep you breathing around her. See? That's why the sad one's the worst. The jumpy one tries. Who cares? All of you just yap about nothing. And that kind of attitude is why you're in the top half.
What?
Great. And
Of the
that's
list.
why you're not the top.
Okay.
I want to see what nothing does for us. Right now, all of you aren't letting nothing happen.
Hopefully this stuffs all the rest of them someplace quiet. Will get you killed by himself.
Oh, all of us have gotten all the rest of us killed at one point or another. That's hardly even a concern now. As the little voices bicker amongst themselves, you do your best to stay still in the woods. It is difficult, and the more time you spend waiting, the harder it will be to sharpen your focus when you need it. I wonder what we look like right now. Are we standing? Sitting? I like to think we have an air of dignity. My point exactly.
Continue to do nothing?
Continue to do nothing.
You have already
Until it
committed
doesn't-
to my completion.
Oh.
You cannot go further astray.
Until it doesn't let us do it anymore. Okay, so this is gonna make us talk or proceed to the cabin.
And just talk as much as we can.
Okay.
Delay.
Of course we're wrong.
She's the only thing that's right. Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
Getting back to his earlier question.
Many times. It feels like we've been here forever. It also feels like we've barely been here at all.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do what she says and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
But that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I there those other times? And then that's okay. Yeah, that's the new.
What does here even mean if you really think about it? Shut up. You were here.
Every single time.
You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged.
You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
If I don't remember what I did, that it couldn't have been me that did that.
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her.
Maybe you're shattered in your own way. Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment?
Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere.
Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares? They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers.
And they all just end in quivering torment.
It doesn't matter what we do, because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us.
And then she smashes us into smaller pieces.
If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago.
Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them. We've tried that. It doesn't work. Our hearts always brought us back to her. The deck is stacked.
So many paths, and they're all circles.
There's nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized.
And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same.
Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't? I don't care how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it.
You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget, or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either.
He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me.
He's worse than her.
Okay, well.
Well,
We did nothing for as long as we could.
Forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right.
Oh?
There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there.
Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it.
He always lies. And he always makes it gone.
Oh, it's the narrator doing that?
It's exhausting. We must be such a mess, but we never get the chance to fix ourselves. That thing is mocking us.
Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
What's wrong with
Approach the mirror.
Okay, yeah, you don't wanna do the dialogue?
No, it doesn't change anything, I suppose.
Okay.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin.
The cabin that isn't there.
You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it.
Smash it to pieces!
She's on the
You don't
other
want me to
side.
smash it to pieces, honey.
We have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what. Exactly. I'm sure that whatever you settle on, it'll be the best possible decision you could have made. Proceed.
Proceed.
Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's another new one. How do you keep coming up with new things?
Hey,
I hope this works better than nothing.
you know what that reminds me of?
What?
Proceed. Deltarune.
Oh, yeah, fuck. Ugh, that's creepy. Ugh. What was that? What was that called?
I don't remember what it's called. Snowgrave?
Yeah, I
Maybe?
think you're right. Snowgrave, that sounds right. It was one of those things. I was like, I remember it being like ice snow related, but I couldn't remember. Creepy. Man, I missed Deltarune. We're in our Snowgrave route right now.
Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see?
We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure therein. Wrong and unsettling as it may be, the only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement.
Take it. It's the only way forward.
Oh. That's interesting. So these guys are here, but they're blacked out and I can't click on them. So it's take the blade or you have to take the blade. It's forcing us not defense sensitive.
You have to take the blade. You have to take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep, deep in the bowels of the earth. You see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
I hate that so much.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever? That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back.
All that's left is for you to take my hand and let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A trinket that gets to stay with me all the time. Right by my side. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything. Now don't pause. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand. What are we supposed to do? She took our weapon. This really was a lost cause, wasn't it? You sealed our fate when you refused to kill her. Kill or be killed. Yes, I suppose you're right. Oh well, there's no paralysis anymore. Is it because we've already given her what she wants?
Literally only option.
Oh, let me read it. Or you click it.
Yeah.
There is no under ending here is fucking fucked up, actually.
Yeah.
But go ahead and take her hand.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you. The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
Princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
You do not get the third chance to spawn, nor will you ever. It's time to leave memory.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away, just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here. Finally, we can smash it. Oh, will you stop with the smashing?
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Step towards the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden. Its mysteries remain unresolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. I've unraveled.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? There's trees and stars, and there are people. I think there's supposed to be people. Do you think that anything out there is real at all? The rest of them are like older stuff.
Do you think anything out there is real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Trees and stars and people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She will make for a tender heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home.
Oh, this one's new?
Yeah.
Huh.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does. When I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does. And when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself.
Answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Very philosophical. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. Oh, is this the last stage before completion?
I'm ready to go back.
Okay.
Or destroy your body, actually. What does that do?
I'm gonna save just in case.
Okay.
You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently plucks the instrument from your hands.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then it's just not, yeah.
Yeah, okay, ready to go back then. Okay.
Okay.
Fuck me, I guess.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Oh, okay.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Huh. Bring the moment of clarity to her.
You're on a path
Interesting.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And
what approach are we taking this time?
I'm not. Oh, wait, keep going down, Turn around and...
Okay.
It's time to turn around and leave.
Seriously?
After
You're just going
that.
to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Not to the cabin.
Lizzie, I definitely know where I'm
Hold on.
going. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin, I'm not going to
The cabin is... Yeah. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going.
Okay, yeah. I love that. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. The phrasing of that's very funny.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved.
Can we turn around again?
Yeah.
Yes, turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I don't care, I'm not killing a princess. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this, or quietly continue down the path.
And maybe everyone should die.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too. So if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
Okay.
But fine, you
Oh,
turn
okay.
around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
There's no fighting this. Oh yeah, well I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
Yes, the stubborn.
Always.
This is how we get the stubborn.
Yeah, for sure.
Right now, that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar
Oh, the
wooden
music's going
structures through the leaves.
wonky.
We love wonky music
Yeah.
in this house.
As you
God damn
focus
it.
on your surroundings,
Oh.
you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Oh, damn.
Good!
You're on
Fuck
a
you!
path in the woods, and you're here to slay her.
You weren't kidding. She actually entered the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she?
That's new.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. But also, you bastard is new.
And also, those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin. There's also...
Yeah.
There's also lie. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now. We're definitely going to slay the princess.
Why? I like that one. That one's the funniest, I think. But also, wait, was that an explore option up there? You bastard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's do that first.
What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I don't know. I think it's more fun
Oh.
if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
I was wrong, but this is better.
Yeah, I mean, close enough.
The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic
You're right
little
about
voices
that.
to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Okay,
Those walls were here last time.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
okay,
Why?
I think that's...
Why?
Is there anything new? Yeah, okay.
Stay in the woods
No, I
forever
can
is
tell
funny,
when
but
you're
why?
lying.
Yeah.
Please take this seriously. I am...
You know that the dialogue option has the word lie in parentheses, right? Do you think parentheses are enough to blind me?
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
Let's keep an open mind.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. It's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong
I
lengths.
wonder
Its material
if
devoid of feature.
I wonder if the
Perched
contrarian
on that
being here will allow us to
is
just
a
take the knife and
pristine
plunge it into
blade.
our own throats.
Maybe.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, but when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
So are we gonna take it, or are we gonna just go in?
Approach the mirror.
You wanna approach the mirror?
Yep.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Yeah, take the knife, I guess.
You take the blade from the table. Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. We'll look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Keep your grip as it is, or hold the blade the other way. I don't know what he means by thumb
Hold
at
the
the...
blade the other way, yes, do it.
That's the contrarian option?
Yes.
That makes sense.
Switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better?
Yes!
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Oh, we can legit throw it out the window.
Let's try.
Yes! Do it! Seriously. You throw the blade at the window, blast showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends. Been there, done that. I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon. What's done is done. Good luck, hero. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Take the hard stairs to the left, take the center staircase, take the soft stairs to the right. I'm not sure how much this super matters, but...
Whatever you prefer.
Let's just do the center.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path.
They already proved that they can...
straight down, or up, or maybe sideways.
They already proved that they can, like, loop sounds in the background. Why don't they just have looping steps right now?
That's true. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to overuse it or something. I don't know.
But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
Oh?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced...
Oh my god, they're using every part of the chicken.
...of the journey.
Yeah.
A continuous march forward.
These are concept drawings.
That's what I was wondering.
Holy
is
shit.
like, are these concepts? That's kind of cool.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Oh.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devil. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
He does seem normal.
Yeah.
Like, almost weirdly so.
Uh-huh. Sorry, I didn't realize I was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and back together again. Do you know what happened? For all I know, you're like... So this is the only, like, new one, I think, that we don't normally get.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here. That one's new, too.
Oh, is that new? Okay,
yeah.
Let's do that one, and then we'll do the other one.
And yet here you are. How strange. Do you remember anything at all? Do you know why you're here? Do you know me?
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so blank. I have no idea who she is. Isn't that fun? A new puzzle for us to take apart. If she's keeping her cards close to her chest, it's because she wants to deceive you.
It's okay. Don't worry. Sometimes I get lost here too.
As the princess speaks again, It's almost as if she fractures, and where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that?
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I like that plan.
Yeah. There's more of you now?
There's more of you now.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
She fractures again.
I don't like where this is going.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade.
The one he made us throw out the window.
I wasn't the one who threw it.
Oh, come on, you told us to. Don't try to pass the blame now that it's come back to bite us.
Well, if I'd known we'd be dealing with this, maybe I wouldn't have been so hasty with my suggestions.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
Kinda hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Getting out of here was weird.
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either.
You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
We're regretfully thinking about the time.
Yes, do it. Do it.
Oh, this is... Wait, hold on. It's lighting them all up.
Yeah, just try to click on the window one.
Okay.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. Take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world, the princess collapse in on themselves before it all...
Oh, he faded out.
Falls apart? I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's going to be okay, I'll do my best. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. No, you just destroyed everything, I'm not going to fix you.
I'll do my best.
Oh, I was about to say, I was like, why does this feel like it's time for the lady to come in? But you'll never know if she hears your reply. The illusion of choice. When everything is possible, nothing is.
She's gone.
Yay.
Where did she go? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Just approach it, because that's the same dialogue we always have.
This doesn't feel right. It feels... Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
You are nothing at all. Oh? That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection.
I think you know what I am.
Oh. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, then another and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions. Oh my god. There's so many questions.
Ask as many of them as you want, I suppose.
Okay.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far. Oh, I'm nothing like you. I am an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me. Of course, that is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore. I do. People out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that. It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically. We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save. No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is? Perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering. She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
Death of the author, run out of questions. Oh my gosh. Okay, so our options are, I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. Lie! Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this, or say nothing and watch him end.
Lie!
Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time's up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. When you arrive at the heart of things, there's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Jesus.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear a conversation? I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means or what happens now.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Do you know about the echo?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna ask that.
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind. Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid?
Or will you open the final doors to our liberation? There's so many stories we left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all of this? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them could have led to this moment? There has to be another way. Slay the princess, or I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. I'm inclined to ask this one at least.
Go ahead.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
I made you mad?
My masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, nor is there an end. There is only the flood of bodies. And every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. And in the end, you returned it to me. For a brief moment, you were everything. A chaos that needed ordering. But without chaos, there is no reason.
You seemed in pain.
I saw with a single pair of eyes what I needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them opening to what we are.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Ooh, you showed me your heart to break me. It was a terrible thing to see. Stop the fight early and surrender. What? What are you thinking?
Thank you for sharing yourself with me.
Okay.
I'm aware of what it did to you. The understanding you've returned to me is a gift.
A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
Ooh. Probably not the first one, I don't think.
No.
Of course I helped you. I didn't want us to hate each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then help me again. We are each other's liberation.
A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers, cold as the grave, dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they do not return it. I offer you a path to your redemption, and you take my hand in yours. But you do not follow my path. Hands clasped together, you break yourself, and you break me with you. You were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to end me again.
I was glad to end us together?
Yes.
And the thread of that ending wove itself into yet another experience, which wove itself into yet another. Your liver drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
That feeling never left me? Or I want that feeling back?
The feeling never left me.
Then there's no need for you to fight like we are. Whenever you're ready, we can leave together. Hand in loving hand.
Oof.
Oh, that's new, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do we take it though? I think that's a hard reset at the top.
Yeah, you think so?
That's a hard stop. And when we start the game again, if we start the game again, it's as if none of this ever happened.
That would make sense.
So now we're thinking with Content Brain, do we want a part 3?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean...
And that's up to you as the owner of the channel. Do you want a part 3?
I mean... depending on how meta this is, like, we could always just start a new game, period.
Yeah. Okay, then let's surrender early. Yeah.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
There you go, so.
You fall into yourself. Body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Ooh. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Okay. Interesting. Nicole Goodnight and Jonathan Sims. Wow. Oh. That's cool. Finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hiding H. I wonder what this means. Is this like a special order of something based off of because what we got?
Yes, based off what we did. This is
cool. Huh, that's kind of neat.
Yeah. Could you take a screenshot and send that to me?
Yeah, I took a picture of it. Not the best quality, but I will send it. Interesting. That's kind of cool. Oh, okay. Make your playlist.
What does that do?
Does it just open like Spotify or something?
Oh.
Yeah. Don't dox me, Spotify. Okay, well, that was a fun run. I really like this game. It's a little cerebral for me personally. It gets a little out there with some concepts, but it's very cool.
It is very meta, and I love it for that.
Yeah. So it sounds like it said the good ending doesn't count on the finish the game when it gives the playlist. So I'm guessing that means that there's like a quote unquote good ending and everything else is kind of meh. So I'm down to try this again and just see where it goes with it sometime. If you like it enough.
Sure, why not?
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for hanging out. I'm glad we got to get back to this. Hopefully we will see you guys. There will be hopefully we'll do 13 Sentinels on Tuesday, and then there will be no stream on Sunday. So but thanks for hanging out, everybody, and we'll see you guys next time. Is this gonna change it all? Bye bye.